Good, happy Tuesday morning, October 6th, 2020. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Tuesday morning, so let's begin. First up, we begin with COVID-19 updates. One more COVID-19 death announced in New Hampshire. 35 more cases confirmed. Currently, 22 people hospitalized with COVID-19. One more Granite Stater died of COVID-19 and 35 new positive cases were confirmed, health officials said Monday. New Hampshire COVID-19 pandemic information, graphs, and case data. Let's take a look at that right now. And here is a look at that information for all of you right now. There are 8,680 number of people in New Hampshire have tested positive for COVID-19. 7,451,774 number of people in the United States have tested positive. 444 number of deaths from COVID-19 in New Hampshire. 743 number of people have been hospitalized with COVID-19 in New Hampshire. 210,109 number of deaths from COVID-19 in the United States. Let's take a look at this map of New Hampshire where current cases of COVID-19 are. Manchester 72. Let's take a look at this map of New Hampshire where total cases of COVID-19 are. Manchester 2138. Now let's take a look at these three charts here. Let's start with the first chart here. New cases each day in New Hampshire in the purple. Daily new positive COVID-19 cases in the orange. New hospitalization, and in the red, deaths. Let's take a look at this chart here. Current cases in the purple. Total current COVID-19 cases, and in the orange, current hospitalization. Now let's take a look at this chart here. Total cases in the purple, total positive COVID-19 cases in the orange, total hospitalization, red deaths, and blue recovered. Let's take a look at this chart here. Age group of cases, female and male of cases, and risk information. Let's take a look at this chart here. Infections, hospitalizations, and deaths. Let's take a look at this chart here. Deaths, percent of New Hampshire population, race/ethnicity of cases, and hospitalizations. And a reminder, your common symptoms: fever, lack of smell, cough, difficult breathing, chills, nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. How it spreads, and prevention tips. And be sure to stay with the Riley King Network for the latest of your COVID-19 information. President Trump maskless, update nation in video from White House balcony. He got discharged from the hospital last evening, and now will be recovering and staying at the White House and quarantining there in the residence. Senator Shaheen says COVID-19 cases in White House Senate should be a wake-up call for the nation. Said work must be done on second COVID-19 relief bill when safe. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Adam Sexton.
The instructors here are incredibly knowledgeable. They've been in the industry a long time. Now they're passing on their knowledge to us, and I couldn't be happier. It's given me something to be passionate about. It's given me
Senator Jeanne Shaheen says she wishes the President, First Lady, her Republican colleagues, and everyone testing positive for COVID-19 a full recovery. But she believes the cluster of cases traced to the White House should make everyone take a step back.
I think this is a reminder of just how critical it is for us to take the coronavirus seriously, to follow the guidelines from CDC, the social distancing, the wearing masks, being outside wherever possible.
Shaheen spoke in Manchester Monday, saying she believes the Senate Judiciary Committee, with 2 members currently battling COVID, should think long and hard about safety before it reconvenes for hearings on Supreme Court nominee Amy Coney Barrett.
I think it raises very serious concerns about the risk that is being taken. 3 of the oldest senators in the chamber are on the Judiciary Committee, and so we know they are at risk.
Shaheen says all of the focus right now should be on passing a second COVID-19 relief bill with sufficient help for the people and the states. Her Republican opponent, Corky Messner, says she and the Democrats should have taken the last GOP offer and treated it as a bridge deal.
There was money in that bill for more testing, contact tracing, PPE, and other items, and the enhanced unemployment.
We asked Messner if he's upset that a lax approach to the pandemic is potentially putting a crucial Supreme Court nomination at risk.
I wouldn't say I'm ticked off. I'm disappointed. Just as, it's interesting in this political season. It seems like almost every day something happens.
In Manchester, Adam Sexton, WMUR, News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Substantial spread of COVID-19 now seen in Nashua, health officials say. Officials urge residents to wear masks and maintain distance. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Tim Callery.
The instructors here are incredibly knowledgeable. They've been in the industry a long time. Now they're passing on their knowledge to us, and I couldn't be happier.
The city of Nashua is now in the red, labeled by the state as reaching substantial levels of COVID-19 transmission.
Our new cases per 100,000 is at about 100.7 cases per 100,000 people, which is what pushed us from moderate community-level transmission to substantial community-level transmission.
City health officials say COVID numbers in Nashua and around the state have been trending upwards for the past month. And as schools reopen and the weather turns colder, each individual case is having more of an impact.
So that means on average, each case is exposing more people than they did back in the spring, which in the long run leads to more cases.
Over the weekend, the city of Manchester was also labeled a red community by the state, but has now dropped to yellow or moderate. Manchester health officials say they can't speak to how the state categorizes case numbers with color coding. The city uses its own system. That includes a series of metrics coupled with planning and mitigation steps to determine Manchester's COVID activity level. Governor Sununu says we should expect to see more red communities moving forward.
I'd be surprised if we didn't see some of these red cities or towns pop up, or maybe even on the county level pop up and hopefully go back down. It's just going to be kind of the typical nature of the fall. But again, a reminder that we all just need to wear those masks, maintain that social distancing.
And the governor also points out that although we're seeing red communities, the percentage positive rate and hospitalization rate both remain low, 2 key factors in tracking this virus. Reporting live tonight, I'm Tim Callery, WMUR News.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. New program through State Education Department offers free college classes to New Hampshire high school students. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Tim Callery.
The fairs may be canceled, but Mainly Tub's huge annual fair sale is back and bigger than ever, with hundreds of hot tubs in stock.
So, the New Hampshire Department of Education has launched a new program to offer high school students free online college courses. It's partnering with the nonprofit Modern States to give students a chance to earn high school and college credit at the same time. Modern States will pay for 1,000 college-level examinations, program tests, which could save students as much as $1.5 million in college tuition. The program offers 32 courses, including foreign languages, math, science, English, and economics.
What a great opportunity for our students right now, who again are in pandemic learning mode, really. So lots of flexibility and dynamism going on right now.
The online courses are taught by professors from universities including MIT, Columbia, Johns Hopkins, and Tufts.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Schools. Families show flexibility with positive COVID-19 tests and possible exposure. School administrators prioritize health and safety. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Jennifer Crompton.
The pandemic has made everything harder, but AARP New Hampshire is fighting to protect Americans 50 plus by giving you the information you need to vote safely at home or in person. Learn more at aarp.org/nhvotes.
2 Raymond middle schoolers and 5 elementary school students will be working remotely for the next 2 weeks after a student at their rec department's soccer practice Thursday night later tested positive for COVID-19. While the town pre-screened the league's practices, the quarantine is a precaution.
We can say with the greatest level of confidence that they were following the appropriate procedures identified by the state.
The student who tested positive is from another town. Quick information sharing over the weekend, leading to the decision that Raymond schools could safely open.
So we opened today, just like we normally would. We have a hybrid option and a fully remote option.
It appears 7 families that were impacted in our community, but and that is alarming. But it was a lot of different entities rapidly working along with state agencies to prevent this from becoming a bigger issue.
With just over 60 cases in schools across the state so far, communication is key. The common factor in all of these scenarios of possible exposures or positive cases is that school districts are having to act fast. Pinkerton Academy switching to remote just this morning after 20 staff members with potential COVID concerns had to stay home.
Just based on the number, it wasn't enough that we had enough substitutes to cover and then internal coverage to be able to make it work. So it put us in this situation today.
We feel it's really important to be overly cautious in many cases and to protect the health and safety of everyone involved. We have to be very nimble and able to react at a moment's notice.
In Raymond, Jennifer Crompton, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. New Hampshire Attorney General's office says November voting process will be secure. Officials point to successful New Hampshire primary. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Mike Cronin.
The instructors here are incredibly knowledgeable. They've been in the industry a long time. Now they're passing on their knowledge to us, and I couldn't be happier. This gave me something to be passionate about.
With less than a month now until the November 3rd election, state officials are working to make sure the process is protected. The Attorney General's office is confident it will be.
We routinely communicate with election officials to make sure that they're up to date on all the pertinent trainings and information that they need in order to carry out the elections.
Those trainings are routinely held by the Secretary of State's office up until voting day. And on its website, a 400-page document outlines procedures for poll workers to follow.
Our election officials are by far one of the most diligent group of individuals that are responsible for carrying out our elections, and they do so with tremendous efficiency and accuracy.
The AG's office says the September primary was successful in the Granite State, with many questions coming out of it about absentee ballots. Any concerns are handled by the Secretary of State and AG offices.
But even before Election Day, if there are any questions about the process or the temporary modifications as a result of COVID-19, please don't hesitate to give us a call, and we'll be sure to help you as best we can.
By working together on the state and local levels, officials say this election, like others before it, will be secure.
We are going to make every effort possible in conjunction with our election officials to make sure that the ability to vote on an election day is easy to interact with and accessible.
If voters have concerns about fraud or other issues, the Attorney General's office has an election hotline that you can reach at 1-866-VOTER-03. In Concord, Mike Cronin, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for this morning edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. Thank you for joining us and watching for this morning edition. I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast. I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Goodbye, everyone.